And well, even though it's chaos up there, it's kind of quiet over here. Kind of like that. It's pretty busy today, which is Labor Day. You don't call me weird, whatever. But I like coming out here. It's kind of peaceful, even though like there's people around, a lot of people, a lot of boats. Everybody's out, I guess, do their thing. I'm over here. This is kind of a long story, but I have videos on it. There's I don't know if this is fuel or if it's just sediment in the water. I don't know if you can see that. See all that little murkiness? I'd like to know if that's fuel. I don't think it is, because it's all the way up there. Maybe, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Well, yeah, I gotta fix. See, it's got a remote, and then we have another loss of power. So I installed this remote. But then he's got gauges that don't work and stuff going on. That's kind of what it is. But I put this switch here, so it's a build switch. It's on, and gosh, I don't know. I thought maybe, you know, one thing would just probably fine, but kind of needs some clips. I don't know, I may take it loose, I think, first, because I'm starting to think maybe, yeah, that's just loose as can be. We're gonna have to come back with a clamp on that. Look, I can just pull this off. This is the problem. This is, or maybe not the problem, but it's most of the problem. Wow, okay, we're gonna fix that, and we can take a sample of the fuel. I might be coming back, because now that I know this, I don't think I have any hose clamps with me. Yeah, that would be nice if I had some hose clamps. Yeah, look at this. I'll just pull this right off of there. Alright, well, you never know with these things. So this thing has been sitting for a while. He occasionally comes over and starts it up. But he told me he's never even really had it out since we changed that control box. And I'm like, okay, well then I don't know like where we're at here. I thought I hooked it all back up right, and it went, you know. We'll take a look at this fuel. We'll just, if it's bad, I'll just pour it back. But I think it's got some water in it. Because I say this because I was having a conversation with one of my subscribers, and you know, and then he said something and it made me think. I was like, oh, you know what? Sometimes, like when you first fire them up and they just go like really rev up, just go crazy, that's usually, man, a sign that there's a little bit of water or alcohol, and then it's like you can have a runaway motor, so you got to be careful. You know, that's why, you know, we say don't run, you know, only run non-ethanol fuel in these old two-strokes anyway, because it yeah, so I don't see it separating. I mean, that looks like pretty good clean fuel. So then if the fuel's good, then I don't know, we'll I guess we'll figure it out. I'm gonna put this fuel back in it, I guess. I got a clamp on it. That's probably all it was, because it was just leaning out, sucking air. That's all it was, hopefully. I thought, well, so I'm out here, I'm gonna take the air box off and just check this again, that, you know, it's where it's supposed to be. So anyway, and I'll put a clamp here, and I probably really should put a clamp here. I just took a clamp and kind of did this, and then I'll have to take this off. I already pumped it up, and then I just did it. It's kind of interesting that I kind of think I need to come back out here and do this line right, where the bulb would be kind of like this, and then it'd be kind of in an up position, so that check valve would be better right like this. I don't like it, you know, you have one long piece and then there. And I don't know, the other thing is, did they take the looks like they put in another fuel pump over here. I didn't do that, but what about the fuel filter? Oh, it is back there. Okay, so I don't have a filter, but we can get one. We'll take this air box off because I want to look and see these carburetors, if they're opening up right or not, or what's going on. But you know, like, I don't remember. And then he's like, yeah, I haven't taken it out since you changed the. Well, that was months ago when I changed that box. I can't remember what I did yesterday. I mean, what the heck? Well, it needs a carb job the way it looks. The carbs maybe need to be cleaned, but that was lean sneezing, so it's probably, I'm thinking, sucking air, and then that caused it to, like, see, we don't have the bottom ones. Somebody taking the bottom ones out, which is fine too, because then you don't need them all. I'm sure OMC or whatever, they'd be like, no, you need those. Well, you're not working on it, buddy. Maybe I can, if I have to, I can even flush them, if that makes sense. Alright, last one, right? Yeah. Alright. I think we got one more somewhere. Ow! Yeah. Oh, great. That one's all the way down there. What you can do is like this. Drop it. Yeah, pretty well they got there. So, looks like they're closed. They look pretty good. I think what I want to do is I want to look and see if, like, wide open throttle, if they open all the way. Yeah. You know, wide open as wide open can get. Yeah. So now, maybe we take, I mean, they all look fairly good. This is maybe a little wet. Not bad at all, really. Well, we could take, like, at the very top, we got these jets. Just take some spray and see if I can't, like, clean those out. And maybe spray up in here. And I don't think that this is the problem. Maybe, like, I gotta reset timing, like, out on the lake. But let's just see if our timing stop. Yeah, it looks good, man. Huh. Okay. Well, let me fire it up, I guess. And well, I'm gonna spray it first. I don't know. Let's see how it did. Alright. It's a little hairball. I don't have access to the battery, so anyway. Put the warm-up lever up a little bit. That starter, I need to come back and get some grease on it. Probably unplug this too. Warm up, I guess. I think it's best that what if we get all fire? A little let's see if we can get it in. If I back that, I don't know if you can see it, but if I back this out, and here I think. That's one way. Gotta have two screwdrivers, Jeff. You gotta kind of put your one in there to keep it from. There we go. That should be better. Let's see what happens. Well, ain't that interesting? I mean, it just straight up. It's like nothing. It's tight now. Yeah, I got nothing. That's interesting. Ha! Riddled me that one. Pull the fuse. So now I'm gonna have to go back again and come back out here because I don't have any fuses with me. Alright, well, got some fuses. It's the third time I had to come out here. It's crazy. It's a little warm out here. It's kind of muggy. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Come up. You know, I don't know if this is reading right, so 5, it's kind of bouncing, moving up and down, so I mean, it sounds pretty decent. Being good. I don't like that you can't see it very good, so it's probably something that needs to be adjusted. And it's fired right at about 0 to 2. We're gonna see if it picks up steam a little. I'll just slightly advance it, like maybe a quarter turn. Seems like it likes that. It's gonna kind of bounce between. I marked 4 degrees too because some of them like that 4 degrees. I don't know. I kind of like it back where it was, actually. That's more like right on. Maybe just a hair. That was like not even a quarter turn. Now I kind of want to make sure they're all fired. Sounds like they are. Also, I found another issue earlier that I would think is probably maybe limiting fuel as well. Is I don't know if you can see it, but this here bottom hose, it goes right here and it goes up to the fuel pump. This is your inlet side, so this is your output side. You can see, I mean, it's really kinked right there. I'm sure that that's a restriction. So, you know, need to probably get him a new fuel line. And unfortunately, like, I gotta get one that's like got certain bends to it, or I don't know, it just won't ever work, right? So Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of families out today. What I'm gonna do now, I might go get me a hamburger or something. They got pretty good burgers, pretty good wings. Alright, so I'm gonna come back and revisit this because I want to fix that hose on the bottom, and then now that I put the airbox on, see now it's calmed down a little bit, so it probably needs just a hair more fuel. I'm looking at our, you know, our old gauge, and it's kind of bouncing maybe slightly low. It is between, like, kind of goes between 4 and then sometimes it'll go up to 8. Could probably just use just a hair more. And I don't know, I put the lid on it, but that's gonna change when I get that other fuel hose installed. And you know, anyway, so we're kind of done here for right now. I mean, it is running and everything, but also there's one other thing. Like, if you look back, you can't even see it peeing unless you look over here on the side, and then it's gonna fall all over. Sorry, you can almost see it. Hopefully you can see it. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, yeah, so I think it probably just needs to be ran. I don't like those fuel hose the way it's going too. I think probably fix that, make that bulb kind of go that way. So I still got a few things to do. Starting to smooth out. Probably put some new plugs in it. I'm going to go back and look at my invoices to him and just see what, I don't even remember now. That's good. That's kind of bad. Anyway, just let it run. Join the day. And all right, well, what's happening? I never know how to start these things. I got JP out here.
What's up? What's up, family?
And I'm working on Robert's boat. And I came out here the other day. I got video footage, I think, of this. But one thing is that this thing, I pulled it off with my hand. Then I discovered that down here is a king toes. So see that fuel line? So I plan on fixing that. And the way I'm gonna fix that is, unfortunately, I needed an elbow. I got some ordered, but I just blocked this side off. It'll work. It'll be like this. So it's gonna go something like down there. So what I gotta do is I took the battery off, well, at least the positive side. Not worried about the negative. And then probably the easiest thing to do is just take this pump loose, pull it out of the way. It's just because on this one you got these two, I think they're 7/16, and then it'll just come loose. It's a lot easier if you got this thing out of the way, but I don't want to move that much stuff. I got a pig mat I'm going to lay down here. I'm going to take this off because we'll have a little bit of fuel and keep from getting in trouble. We'll make sure we soak up all the fuel. What else? And that's about it. Replace that line. I checked the other day the timing at idle. I might check it again. And then when I get that done, me and him's gonna go take it for a ride, and I'm gonna try to get it to this 30 degrees before top dead center. That's what I'm up to here. It's pretty nice today. It's not too bad. The other day was a little warm. It was like muggy, wasn't it?
Good, yeah. Nice and breezy today.
Saw a bunch of minnows. They're kind of coming in. Of course, the problem with this one is that they did the mod, but they didn't do it quite right. So I'm having to go back and redo somebody's work. I think I got it figured out, but I think also I learned something in this deal that, like, maybe I'm gonna see if I can find somewhere where I can get somebody to make me some molded, like 3/8 inch line. I mean, of course I could buy Johnson Evinrude, but you know, I'm not gonna pay $12, $14 for a little piece of hose. So I'm gonna see if somebody can make those hoses, because that's all I need, right? And they should be cheaper than that, even with shipping. It's ridiculous. So I've got a piece of hose that I brought with me that I had, and I'm hoping that it'll work. And then I've got some right angles coming, some brass ones. That makes it easy, but I don't have those in, and he's wanting to go take this boat, you know, and go out and enjoy it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is today, hopefully I can get this fixed, because it's that faint smell of goose crap. I think that'll work. I'm hoping. See how it's angled? And then even somebody even tried to cut a piece of this cowling down to get it to work. But I'm thinking I can put this right here. I'm like a little, you know, like I got an elbow, I can do like that. You know, I didn't have both elbows. I was tried closing this one off, thinking, well, if I go like that, I could, I guess, get rid of this, and then maybe I could do, you know, something like this. So, well, that kind of took an insanely long amount of time, and I'm still not even sure. It sounds like I almost hear a little bit of hissing, but I don't have any leaks. Guess I'm gonna let it sit here and run. What do you think? Runs good. Yeah. It was like the timing was kind of messed up, like it was real retarded. So it was like I don't know, about 4 degrees after top dead center. Actually, it was like 8, and it ran like that. But this one should be around 0 degrees. So when we went wide open throttle, it didn't want to go, because it was already retarded. And that's, I don't know, right about where we should be on our, but we don't have any water pressure, and he's not getting coolant temp back. So I was gonna maybe try to see, you know, if that's all right. And he's got a sitting unit's bad on one side. So I need to really come back out and make a whole list of stuff, because see, like even that switch is a little, horn works, but like this doesn't work. I guess I can get out my test light and see if I got any power to it. Power and grounds. Same thing with this one. See if I get power and grounds. But I don't know with the way. See, right now he doesn't have a horn that even comes on. He's got one sitting over here. That's all new and hooked up, so. I don't know. Have to take it for a spin, I guess. We'll put the hood on it and see what it sounds like. I mean, there's more moisture here than there would be in your yard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So maybe not so much there, but out here, just every once in a while, like maybe once a year, 6 months, hit it with some grease. Get your grease gun out. I'm a little crazy about that stuff, but it'll keep it. We greased it, I believe, didn't we, in your garage?
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we did.
Rain and wind.
There's some people that are older that are gonna be naysayers no matter what.
That's because they're not used to the technology. You know, we're growing up in the
Well,
technology.
that's true. I mean, once you grow up in a certain, you know, I grew up in the '80s though. We accepted all of it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You got to think, we grew up at the beginning of internet. Right? We watched internet mature from dial-up to what it is now, right? To even mobile internet.
Oh yeah.
Now you got Starlink, satellite internet, right? So we already understand technology and in its infancy to its evolution. So we can accept we've watched it do this. That's only the next step is for it to have a body and start doing stuff that.
I mean, we're like at the very beginning of the Renaissance.
Yeah.
When it comes to that, because.
Well, as far as AI, we're at the beginning.
Well, yeah, but even if you think it was only 50 years ago before, I mean, I remember BBC boards.
Yeah.
You would dial up them,
Yeah.
and that's kind of like how you got information, whatever information you want. Most of it, we were just being stupid kids.
And just think, that's a good example, right? Phones. How it went from, like you said, a BBC board and plugging in different plugs that route you to the call that you need to make to a rotary phone, right? And a rotary phone to I used to have a bag phone, the big bag phones that you used to.
The big ones, yeah.
Yeah, and then from that to a flip phone, then flip phone to a semi-smartphone to what it is now.
Well, it wasn't. 10, 15 years ago, and the sat phones were this big.
Yes, yeah, they were humongous.
Now they're like.
Yeah, they fit in your pocket. But actually, mine now, it's there, man.
Yeah, it's a trip. It's changing like. I'd say
it's
hourly.
Yeah, it's fast.
Not week, not
Yeah.
month. I'm talking hourly. It's changing. All right, this is the guy that I was working on at the marina. Liberty is the model. It's kind of like a whaler or, a bay boat. But it runs, but it's kind of like a loss of power. So I'm thinking it's probably needs some it's missing real bad. I'm gonna get a parts list together and try to figure this out. We got a Evan Reed, it's a 150 XP 150. It's kind of like that one, but slightly different. But like I said, it's running. It's just not. I don't know. We got lots of spider webs, and I'm gonna hose it down first, maybe even broom it off, just because I don't feel like getting a spider bite. But get a broom, spray it down, and see what I can figure out. Yeah, so anyway, I just told him you're gonna have to bring it to the house because it just really, almost immediately, I could tell it probably needs new coils. These coil packs look really old. That's almost the whole thing right there. I would just about bet you. Carb job, new coils. And the plugs, wires. Yeah, I'm gonna get that together because I do want to read these. Like, I'm gonna take these all loose and just see what they are, but they look pretty pretty old, you know, but it sits out the marina. So anyway, I guess yeah, I can read it from here to ground with a meter, and it's going to give me something. I might even write the ohms on each one just so I remember, and then I'm going to look it up and see. Looks like this side's got a new CDI, most likely. Yeah, I don't know if it's got a new CDI on the other side. I gotta fix a couple things that I did, but we're gonna hose her down with some silicone spray and do our magic, I guess. I don't know. We'll figure it out though. It's a beautiful day here in Middle Tennessee. Hope there's a beautiful day wherever you are. Alright, let's see what kind of reading we get. We're on the ohm scale. We'll just go straight to ground. That's an easy one. And then you can go to the spark plug lead. Looks like about 49 ohms. 0.49. Alright, this meter 0.49. Like a half ohm? No, we're on kilo. 500 ohms. Let's see what this gives us. Let's see what my must tool gives us. Yeah, 500 ohms. See, now this one's 281 ohms. Let me get a Sharpie and write this down. Alright, so on this one, we had some bad coils. I got some coils ordered, some spark plugs, and I guess I'll come back to you whenever I get all that stuff in. Thanks for watching all the way through. You're part of our awesome community. Love this video? Hit subscribe for more adventures. The best way to support us is at hawkeyemarine.net. Shop outboard powerheads, lower units, and top quality boat parts. It fuels our content and keeps you on the water. Visit today. We'll see you next time.